A covered call is when you sell a call option on a stock that you own. Of course, you need at least 100 shares of a stock because one call option controls 100 shares. It is called covered because you have the stocks to cover the call if it gets exercised or called. Remember that a buyer of a call have the right to buy a stock at the strike price. So for you as a seller of a call, you have the obligation to sell the stock at that strike price. We are giving someone the right to buy our stock at the strike price. We have the stock, so if it gets called away, we can satisfy that end of our bargain or obligation. As sellers, we want the calls to reach expiration with the current stock price below the strike price so that it expires worthless and we get to keep the premium. And then we repeat the process by selling another covered call with a later date of expiration. Now it won't always go our way. So if it does reach expiration and the current stock price is above the strike price, it's in the money. It will get exercised and your 100 shares of the stock will get called away to satisfy that obligation. You also get to keep the premium you sold the cover call for, so that's extra icing on the cake for you. So what you actually sell the stock at is the strike price plus the premium price you collected. So it should give you a nice profit, right? You're selling the stock at the strike price should be higher than your cost basis, plus you get the additional premium from selling the call option. Now, this is important. You need to have this mindset to sell covered calls. You have a stock and you're okay with it selling at a higher price because there is definitely a chance that it will get called away if the call expires in the money. But that's okay, right? We've already decided that we are okay selling it at this higher price. So when it does, we should be okay with it. That's the mindset we need to be in. And if it doesn't get called away, the call expires worthless. Then the stocks don't get called away and we get to keep the premium we collected and keep our stock, which we can continue to sell covered calls on. So we turn our stocks into an income generating asset by selling covered calls on them. Now look at the profit graph for covered calls. Notice that it gets capped at a certain price, and that's the strike price. In this example, the strike price is at 40, because if the stock goes above it, it doesn't matter because you agreed to sell it at the strike price, so you can't profit anything above that strike price. You get to keep the premium, but not any additional gain if the stock continues to march higher. So that's why you see the profit graph for covered calls goes sideways after the strike price. But if the stock, but if you own the stock, if it continues to go higher, then of course your profit will continue to increase. And again, I'm telling you this and why it's important, right? To be okay with it because there is a chance that you will sell in this example the $40 strike thinking that it's not going to go above that, but in reality it just shoots way above it. It's going to go to 43, 50, 60, 100, but here you are being capped at no more than the 40 plus the premium that you collected from the option. It definitely can happen. And I just want you to be mentally prepared for this because you're going to get that feeling of missing out, that bitterness or regret that you left so much money on the table if the stock continues to go up and your gain is capped here. It's going to happen, okay? But before you made this trade, remember that you already decided that you were okay with it being sell get caught away at $40. So if it does go way above it, hey, tough luck, right? I mean, this is not a bad problem to have. You're still gonna profit, just not as much. So just keep that in mind. Again, it can happen. It has happened to me, and it is what it is. I mean, later we can talk about rolling it, something you can do so that it doesn't get caught away. But you will take some loss on that covered call. But hopefully, uh, what you're trying to do is keep the stock and then just rolling it to collect the premium, and hopefully that until it pulls back. But that's for another discussion. And lastly, I think you see my dire warning down here. Absolutely want to mention this. Listen carefully. Never, ever sell naked, uncovered calls. Okay? Just don't. Just do not do this. If your brokerage allows you to pick what you want to do not even pick this. Just stick with covered calls. In the industry, this is called the widowmaker strategy because if it goes against you, there's unlimited loss potential. Let me repeat that. There's unlimited loss potential if the short naked calls goes against you. It's called naked or uncovered because you are selling a call on a stock that you do not own. You don't have it in order to satisfy the obligation. So if this thing continues to skyrocket, it takes off to $100, $1,000, you have to go on the market and buy it at that higher price. You would absolutely get wrecked. Just do not do it. We only do covered calls. Okay?